having a fantastic day so far. My video today is going to be the what's in my iPhone tag. A lot of you had requested to see this video, so I thought I would finally put it up. So without much further ado, here is what is in my iPhone. So I guess the best place to start would be the outside of my phone. This is what it looks like. It is a white iPhone 5 and I have a really cute sparkly case on it. I believe the company name was Glimmer. I'll link it down below, but I found them on Instagram and they made really pretty Swarovski crystal cases. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on my actual phone so that you guys can kind of see everything up close and personal. I will warn you, I haven't had a manicure in like months. My nails are ravaged. Alright, so when you hit the lock screen button, there is a photo of Tom and Mark and I because it was like the best day ever. So you slide it across and there is a picture of Glenn and I. But let's start on the first page. I have the generic apps like my camera, contacts, music, photos, Safari, calendar, notes. The first app that I have is of any coolness factor is Shazam. If you guys haven't got this on your phones, you totally need to. It is the most handy app I think I have in my entire phone other than flashlight. What it is you touch the button when you're wanting to know what a song is. So say if you're in a taxi cab and there's a song playing, you pretty much put it on like that, it listens, and then it sends out a signal and it tells you what song is playing. So this is a lifesaver for me. I have previously tagged a whole bunch of songs, so I use this really often. I have my clock and then I have my utilities, and clicking on my utilities, I hope that this is in focus, I have some of the generic ones up top. I have 2 banking apps and I have my Telstra Plan just so I can know how much information I have left on my Telstra pack. Next I have my YouTube app. Obviously that is something that I use all the time. Next to it is the Lorna Jane app, and I really like this because you can just log in easily with Facebook. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. So it logs you in and you can track where you've exercised essentially. So I can go back and I did a 5.19 kilometer run and it shows me exactly where I went, and it shows how long it took, and it shows the average speed and the calories burned. You can just keep track of pretty much your exercise, so walking, running, or cycling. Next to my phone is my Mylikes app, and if you guys don't know what Mylikes is, it's a little bit hard to explain, but essentially it's a platform for where you can advertise, and you'd upload your video through that. So this kind of keeps track of my views and stuff like that on whatever Mylikes video I've uploaded. If you are interested in checking out Mylikes, just Google it or something, but yeah, I have an app for that. Next, I have my Instagram editing app. I have PicFx, which is one of the editing platforms that I use. You pick a photo through whatever photos you have and you can edit it whatever way you like. So this is sometimes what I use to edit my Instagram photos. This one, I'm actually not really too into this app. It just gives you like a different frame for whatever you're Instagramming. It's cute, but I don't really use it all that often. Again, I have an Instaframe one, and it essentially does the exact same thing. You can just choose whatever frame you have. I actually don't even think I've ever used this one, but somebody told me to download it, so I did. The next app in my phone is one of my favorites, and it is PicFx. So you can add cats into pretty much all of your photos. So take this photo of Glenn, for instance. So there is the photo, and I get to select a cat. So let's put in this one right here. So you can make the cat go in the photo with Glenn wherever you want it to go. And you can add multiple cats, and as a crazy cat lady, this is a necessity for my phone to have. The next 2 apps, Overgram and Over, they just are for putting text on top of whatever photo you want, so you can add whatever kind of font and whatever text over top of an existing photo. The next app that I have in this folder is iWatermark, and it is a watermarking app, so you can select a photo or take a photo and then add your custom watermark to it. I used to use this, but it's just so much work to watermark every single photo, and I already have way too many photos out there that don't have watermarks, so I don't really know if there's any point. The next is Diptych, is it pronounced? I think so. It lets you put photo frames in. So for myself, that is what I did yesterday, and I flipped this photo. So this is how I do the mirrored photos using this app. You can also add like frames or filters or play around with the borders. So you can make a border like that. You can make a border like that. You can make a border like that. It's a pretty crafty app. The next app over is Instagram, and stop the video if you are not already following me and you have an iPhone and you have Instagram. go follow me. I would really appreciate it. But I am obsessed with Instagram, and especially now that it has video, that is the best thing ever. So Instagram is probably my favorite app on the entire phone. It beats out Twitter any day. Next is the Facebook app for pages, and this just brings me to my Saturday Nights Alright page. I would love for you guys to follow me on there too, so I will leave the link below in the info box. This next app is called Passbook, and to be completely honest, I have never used it. This is like the second time opening it in my phone. I think that Glenn actually downloaded it for me, but I like the idea of it. I just haven't actually used it yet. Next is Twitter, and that is pretty self-explanatory. If you see your name in here, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, so Twitter. The next folder over is just my social one. I have Kobo in it, which is just because I have a Kobo book reader. Don't really use that app at all, but I have it in my phone just in case. The next app I use often, it is Viber, and what it is a free calling service. So it's kind of like Skype, but for your phone, and it's free and you can use it anywhere. So my family and I usually use Viber to get in contact with each other if we are not using iMessage. I have my PayPal app, which I'm not going to go into because I use that all the time. There's personal information on there. And next I have Cells, and Cells isn't actually an app, it's an online service, but I've made it into a bookmark app onto my phone. It was really easy. But anyways, it's a service where you can sell your stuff. Like if I wanted to sell this pair of shoes, I would just literally take a picture of it right now and post it on there. So I sign in with my Facebook, and if you guys actually follow me on Twitter or on Facebook, you would have seen me post a lot of stuff like this dress. I sold this dress on this app yesterday, and I have a pair of shoes for sale. But what you do is you just point and shoot essentially. So you take a picture of whatever item you want to sell, or you could sell a digital item if you had a digital item, and you post it on here, and it gets sent out to your Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and whatever else you have. So you open it up like that. So it opens up to this screen, and I could choose a photo, or I can take a photo and say if I wanted to sell my Fluttershy, which I'm not going to, but if I wanted to sell my Fluttershy, I'd take a photo of my Fluttershy. I would use it. Stay there, Fluttershy. It uploads onto here. You type in your item name, your description, and you choose whatever price you want for it. So choose your price, and then you can choose if you want to do domestic delivery, international delivery, and how much you're going to charge for that. And then if you are selling like a bunch of one item, say if you sold like bracelets or something, you could put variants, like there's different colors of them and different sizes of them, and then there's multiple of them. And then you would press the next button, and it brings you to a page of where you can share it to your social networking stuff. So I've been loving this. I think it's super cool. I've already sold a dress on there. So this is what it looked like. It was a cream dress with a Peter Pan collar. I did a little write-up just saying that it was only worn once and I couldn't wear it again because it didn't properly fit me. It's $40. The delivery, if you lived in Australia, was $5. International delivery is $10. And so once it's sold, I got an email notification letting me know that it was sold, and I can send it off to the person. So that is a pretty cool app in my opinion. I've been using it a lot lately. So getting out of my social folder, the next one over is Bloglovin', and I like to follow a lot of bloggers, and this is a good way to pretty much put them all in one spot. So whenever somebody uploads a new blog post, it goes into this feed, and it's like Instagram for blogging, I guess. So you can just scroll through and pick who you'd like to read, or you can read all in red, read top blogs, and then it shows you who I am following, and you can just click on individual blogs. Takes a while to load with my internet, but yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a really cool app. Getting out of there, I have my messages, my mail, my phone, and my Facebook on my bottom 4 because those are the ones I use the most. Going over to the next page, I have a utilities folder. I have a Tim Hortons app where I can find the nearest Tim Hortons. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work that well in Australia. The next app over is the Find My iPhone app, and this is an awesome one if you have an Apple product. You can use it on, I think, any Apple product actually, but it is Find My iPhone, and if your phone gets lost or if it gets stolen, it can pretty much track it down exactly where it is, so that's pretty cool. If you lose your phone too, it can emit like a beeping sound. Even if your phone's off, I'm pretty sure it'll still like make a sound so you can find it. I've used that a fair few times. Next one over is the Find My Friends app. So Glenn liked to have that when we were traveling just so that we know where each other was, because I get lost really easily. So he has that app and I do too. The next one over is the Sleep Machine app. and I don't really use this one often, but I do like it. You can choose a ton of different scenarios and it like makes the sounds to it. So I've chose sprinkler, distant train, and stream. You can kind of hear it. But yeah, this one reminded me of my hometown, and you can adjust how loud you want something. So if you want the stream to be really loud, you put it up. Or you want the train and the crickets to be really loud, you put that up. You can choose like spaceship, sink, shower sound, river sound, thunder and rain, and different types of rain, and a lawnmower, and there's like all different types of things that you can choose. And so yeah, I think that it's a really fun app to have if you just want like chill sounds in the background. And it runs when it's not on. So I have to get out of here. There. Okay. The next app over is the Ringtones app, and I've only used it maybe once or twice. I don't have any music in my library like I said before, but you pretty much choose a song and you can clip whatever length of the song you want for your ringtone. So it's a really, really easy app to use if you want to make your own ringtones. I have a reminders app that I never use. I have a video app that I never use because I have an iPad. I have a games bin, but I don't have any games because I'm so not a game person. I feel like that's just a waste of battery. Only game that I do have is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, and wait for it. You can choose who you want. This is mine, of course. And you have a pink lightsaber, and it makes noises. I am a huge loser. And you can also that is so cool. Going on to my lifestyle app, I have a mixology app, which is like a drink recipe app. So you must be over 18 in Australia and 21 in the United States and 19 in British Columbia, but you can search drinks and make favorite drinks and stuff like that. So I think this is a really handy app to have. Next is my Skype app, and I do use that sometimes, but like I said, I use Viber way more often. I have a flashlight app, which is apparently updating, and I use the flashlight all the time in the dark. I have a messenger app, which I don't really use. I don't know actually why I have it. I have an emoji app that gives you like little emoticon. Is that what they're called? Emoticons? Something like that. I have Etsy, and I'm obsessed with Etsy. I can't even begin to start with how awesome Etsy is. I don't have my own store, but I do buy off of Etsy all the time. You can find pretty much anything that you want handmade on here. Tons of my jewelry comes from Etsy, and they just sell genuinely really cool things. I could sit and go on this website for hours and hours. I'm also on LinkedIn for any of you business/professional types. You'd know what that is. It's like a profile for businesses and stuff. And I also have a convert unit app because for some reason I just cannot seem to make my oven go to whatever heat it needs to go, so I have to always convert Fahrenheit recipes into a Celsius oven because everything is Celsius in Australia. The next app that I have is Audible, and it is like they read books out to you out loud. So I think that if you were on a really long car ride or something and you get car sick, this would be a great one to have. I actually only got it because Megan Rosette had said that it was a really cool thing to get. Turns out I just really like reading the books myself, so it's not really something that I'm really into. But I think that it would be great if you are, you know, in a car for a long period of time and you can't read, or you're on a plane or something like that. The next and last app over is an empty newsstand app. I actually have a subscription to Cosmopolitan and Marie Claire, but I have that on my iPad and I haven't like transferred anything onto this phone. So that is everything in my phone. So that is everything that is in my iPhone. I hope that you guys enjoyed having a little snoop through it. Don't forget, I will leave all of the links for all my apps that I have down below, as well as my links for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Love to talk to you guys there. Also, hop on my Sells store and take a look. I will leave the link down below of where you can find it, but essentially I'm just selling all of my older dresses that don't fit, or shoes that I don't wear very often, or stuff like that. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye!